Transformers Rise of the Beast has landed in theaters, and it is an incredible return to form for the franchise after the ups and many downs of the past. Now, just a heads up, this will be a spoiler-filled review, so if you don't want to be spoiled, thanks for stopping by, but I encourage you to click off so you can experience this film for yourself.
You've never faced anything like this. Roll out!
Let me preface this by saying that even though I gave it my highest score in my original review, it is by no means a perfect movie. In fact, I don't regard any movie to be perfect. Rise of the Beasts is, however, an amazing blockbuster in my opinion. It's not on the same level of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 or the delightful Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but it is charming, fun, and action-packed. It knows exactly what it is, and it benefits from that self-awareness. The film opens up with a goosebump-inducing speech by Optimus Primal as the Maximals' homeworld gets swallowed by the Chaos Bringer himself, Unicron. To say that a planet-eating god fully realized in a big-budget feature film isn't the epitome of badass should be a prosecutable offense. Right off the bat, the stakes are high, the colors are vibrant, and you have my attention.
This is about the fate of all living things. Unicron is coming.
After the opening credits, we are introduced to our new human protagonists, Noah, an ex-soldier trying to make ends meet, and Elena, an intern at a museum with a passion for studying ancient artifacts. As far as humans go, these are some of the best in the series. They are compelling, witty, and they actually have some engaging motivations. Noah, for example, is struggling job-wise because of his unreliability due to helping his brother at home due to an unspecified disease. Is it cliché? Of course it is. Did it get me to care? Of course it did. Because this is something normal people experience, and it becomes so much easier to root for someone who is relentlessly trying but continuously failing than for someone that has it all figured out. His shortcomings job-wise turn him to a life of crime, which then leads him to Autobot Mirage, a character I was so ready to hate, but so thoroughly enjoyed. Noah is foundationally a likable, relatable character. The same can be said about Elena. One day, a buyer brings their auctioned artifacts to the museum to check for authenticity, one of them being the Transwarp Key, a tool that originated from the Maximals' homeworld that can manipulate space and time. Before I go any further, I would be remiss not to mention the setting of the first act of the film. They so vividly recreate 1990s New York. The attention to detail is so good that it truly felt like a product of the time, especially with the incredible soundtrack.
Autobots, roll out!
You want it? Come and get it!
Pull over! I'm not driving!
You think you hold it? You haven't bet the eight.
When the Autobots are finally revealed, probably 20 minutes into the film, we have already laid the groundwork and set the stage for our ginormous friends to take the spotlight. Right off the bat, the energy of the team is unmatched by any of the other films, and they are treated like actual characters, the main arc of the film actually being Optimus Prime's.
Oh great, the gang's here.
They're more like you?
You brought a human here?
However, Brooklyn has some unwanted visitors. Unicron has sent his enslaved Terracons, the leader of that group being Scourge. This guy is ruthless. So ruthless, he successfully kills the unkillable Autobot, Bumblebee, ripping the Autobot insignia from his head and adding it to a collection. Now, it's pretty obvious they weren't going to stick to their guns on this though, because they didn't play into the drama of losing a comrade much at all. It very much felt like a fake-out. Later on, to retrieve the Transwarp Key, the cast travels to Peru and tear up the streets. This second act is probably my favorite section of the film, boasting incredible cinematography, intense action scenes, and lovely cultural exploration. We also get to meet back up with the Maximals, who actually have one of the more emotional scenes because Primal is forced to put down his long-lost friend Airraiser after she was poisoned by Scourge and began being possessed by Unicron, now being called down to Earth's atmosphere to consume it. As he does, the planet's energon is ignited, bringing Bumblebee back to life in one of the most awesome needle drops in the last few years. The climax of this film is truly a spectacle to behold. Autobots, Maximals rolling out in an all-out war against hundreds and hundreds of Unicron's goons. It's epic. Although I do have conflicting thoughts on Mirage sacrificing himself to become Noah's suit of armor, because the visual effects in that aspect are quite unpolished. To be completely honest, they should stop doing CGI suits in movies in general because it always looks terrible and it never feels authentic. Although it does utilize Noah's strengths as a soldier, so I'll take the character development. The stakes throughout the battle get higher and higher with every passing minute, culminating with Unicron coming to Earth, and Optimus Prime threatening him in some of the most badass line deliveries of the year so far. They are able to destroy the portal, take down Scourge, and push Unicron back to the cosmic prison that he had been banished to, concluding an amazing action scene and bow-tying the film with another iconic speech by Prime, and for the first time, the human protagonist Noah, who finds himself taking it upon himself to repair Mirage and try again to find himself a job. This is where the movie takes a crazy turn. In a job interview, a shady, government-like man talks about Noah's escapades with the Autobots and offers him a job with the G.I. Joe. No, I am not kidding. Although I have to admit I don't care for this twist, I do enjoy seeing G.I. Joe fans online get super excited for this franchise crossover, and I can't judge something fairly when it remains to be seen. Overall, Transformers Rise of the Beasts is a blast, and my fondness towards it has only increased over the course of writing this essay. I love the human cast, the 90s setting, and the Autobots are full of so much incredible and contagious energy. The action hums, the cinematography is gorgeous, and the pacing is brisk. There was never a dull moment for me, and Stephen Caple Jr.'s incredible directing kept my eyes glued to the screen. After Creed 2 and now this, if the franchise is in his hands going forward, we are in for a serious treat.
That felt good! I've been cooped up forever, dude. This is probably a lot for you, huh? Hey, whoa, I thought after the car chase we were boys.
What are you?
The name's Mirage. Come on, give me a little tap. Give me a little tap.